Hey everyone, welcome back to another draw together video where we draw together and we have lots of fun. Alright, so let's draw a big moon. We're gonna draw a close-up of a moon. That's right, super moon. We're gonna make it with a little bit of a pinkish reddish tinge. Now this video is gonna be a little bit different because there was a loud noise in the background from outside, so I had to do a voiceover. I hope that's okay. Alright, so the things you're gonna need are a pencil, an eraser. Let's get started. So basically the other day I was looking up at the moon at nighttime and I thought, wow, this is so big and so beautiful. I don't know if the rest of you guys saw it, but it was like really pink and it was just gorgeous. I'm trying to go for it today. And also we're gonna create like a silhouette in front of it. So the first thing you're gonna need is something round. I'm gonna use this little plate and I'm just gonna trace it. So medium-sized, any medium-sized circle. You're just gonna trace it, and then after you're done tracing, we are just gonna do a little bit of a cliff or a mountain, a hill, something like that at the bottom, and you can see I'm just kind of doing these jagged lines. And then, okay, so then now here I've just moved the camera closer so you guys can see, and I'm gonna grab a grayish pink pencil crayon, and I think it's called Petal Rose in Crayola if you're curious. And I'm just gonna start off with a little circle. So the moon has these distinct little circles and these little spots and these little lines. So let's start off with the lines. You can press pause if you like, or you can just do any squiggly lines you want. So I'm just gonna add this one here and some more over here. Once I'm done with the lines, I'm also going to add these lines going across. Now they go and they follow the lines around. So remember, it's a circle and we want it to look 3D, but just showing you that it won't be straight, but it'll follow along. It'll follow along the edge. But you can use your pencil crayon or a ruler to help you understand where the lines should go. And I'm going to show you where I'm going to draw the lines. So you can just copy where I've drawn the lines. So I'm going to draw one in the middle there, two on the side, maybe another one that comes out. And it sort of starts and then disappears near the end because we're not doing uniform lines, like we're not going all the way to the end. And these are just rough lines that you can erase. If you use your pencil crayon really lightly, then erasing it should be easy. Alright, so now I'm going to start shading this area in with the same color. And basically what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I'm leaving the spaces that I want blank. So just go ahead and do that. Okay, so you're just gonna keep coloring, try to color in one direction, try to color in short strokes so that you don't make a mistake, and try to keep it even so that it's an even amount of color all over. So you're just gonna keep coloring and you're just gonna keep going. And now a trick that I wanna show you is that if your pencil crayon's too sharp, you want to use another piece of paper and flatten that edge out. See how it's flat? That'll help you color it in really softly. Okay, so now I'm going to do these lines. I'm just going to go over them and soften the lines up a bit so that they're smudged. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that with all the lines that I have. Now I'm going to grab a pink pencil crayon. I'm going to go over the grayish purple, and you want to make sure that you're either going in the opposite direction or you're going in circles, because this is going to really help you blend it out. So remember, short strokes, you can go in little circles like this and just go ahead and blend everything in. And now we want to color over the white spots really lightly. So we just want to go over lightly, and you can do short strokes or long strokes. And actually you can even hold the pencil at the end, and that'll really help you make sure that you don't color it in too dark. Once you're finished, you're just gonna grab a purple pencil crayon, and we just wanna make these parts a little bit more detailed. So I'm just gonna take a light purple, and I'm just gonna go in and do short circular strokes, and I'm just going to go in and add some color to these. I can add different amounts of pressure for different shades. So I'm gonna do that. And then each time I do that, I'm gonna come back with the pink so that I can just blend it all in. So you see how I'm just blending it in like that? And you can choose to do it darker in some areas and lighter in other areas, but just make sure you do the purple first and then the pink over it so that you're blending. So I'm gonna go and do some areas a little bit darker just to add some details and depth. Always go over it with the pink, and that's just gonna help blend everything out and smooth all the lines. I'm gonna add a little bit of a darkness to the edge of the circle, to the edge of the moon all around, just lightly. You don't wanna go too harsh because it is the moon and it's very bright, but we just wanna make it look a little more 3D. So we're gonna go around with the pink. And coming over here to this little circle, I'm just gonna outline it with some pink just to make it stand out, and I'm gonna go over these lines and blend in a little bit of pink over them so they don't look like so they don't look as harsh. I'm gonna continue adding lines. Now I'm just gonna come in and add a few more little details, blending with the pink. I'm gonna go over. Once I'm happy with that, I'm gonna take this grayish purple, I think it was called Petal Rose, and I'm just gonna go and darken up some areas and blend it out. I also want to add a little bit more shading at the bottom here. I just want to give it a little bit more depth at the bottom. So I'm going to show you a little hack now. You're going to use this eraser and you're going to grab a pair of scissors. So I'm going to show you what to do with it. Oh, you're going to have to cut the edge off. And I know that's ruining the eraser a little bit, but it's really useful because it creates this sharp edge that I can now use to erase some of the pencil. And because I've colored really lightly, it's going to be easy to erase this. And of course, if you're using pencil, there's no problem there. So I'm going to just do little circles. I'm going to do just a few little circles, and then I'm going to start doing some lines. So watch. It's really easy, and it just erases so easily. And because we cut the eraser, we were able to make this nice edge to do that. So I'm going to keep adding a few erased lines here and there until I'm happy with it. Let me know in the comments if you had ever tried this hack before. Anyway, you can always use the little pieces, extra pieces for later on. You don't have to waste them. just want to go over some of the circles with the pink, and that will just help them stand out. Moving on to the hill, I just colored it in with marker in one direction like this. And of course I just used a Sharpie, and of course you've got these like little smudges in there, so I'm going to use a pencil crayon to blend in those little gaps. Like you could see where each time I started coloring with the marker, you can see the lines, so the pencil crayon is going to really help get rid of that. So I'm just going to go over it with pencil crayon, and you can go as many times as you want. Don't go too hard because you don't want to rip the paper, because it does get a little soft when you use marker. But yeah, just go over it until you're happy with it. If you're happy with your drawing and you just want to stop here, you can write your name and date, and that's it. But I want to draw a little silhouette of something, and I'm thinking a little deer. So we're just going to start off with the ears, and let me just bring the camera closer so that you guys can see it properly. So I'm just going to do 2 ears, leaving a little bit of space in the middle for the head. And then I'm going to draw the head. And then we're going to move on to the antlers. So I'm just going to go up like that and draw a guideline. It doesn't really matter if there's spaces or if the pencil's overlapping, because we're going to go over this with marker. So it's okay if it's rough, because we're going to really fix it up with marker after. When we're done with the antlers, we're just going to continue with the face. So I'm just going to do a curved line that goes down on one side and the other side, and then you're going to do the neck. So you're just going to go down with the neck like this. And unfortunately I didn't leave enough space to be able to draw all the legs to show the legs. So I'm just going to have to show a little bit of the legs, and that's okay. So we're going to just move down and then up like that for the back. And then the tail, and then we're gonna do the hind legs, so that's just the back, and then we're gonna go ahead and add some of the front legs. Obviously I haven't left enough space, but I'm just gonna also do the belly, and then just the thighs. I really enjoyed drawing with you guys, and if you have any suggestions, please write them down in the comments. Please subscribe and like this video, and thank you so much for watching.